Welcome everybody, I am Need We're here. We're gonna set for part 2 of this live stream. We did part 1, so continuing this update. This is for, like I said, for Madden, and there was a test for. It's gonna be a test thing for MLB Show for 4th July, since there is no live game for 4th July. I don't know. There's one premiere, I know that for sure. I don't know what you would call the other thing. It's a live stream that was private that is now going to be scheduled as public at a certain time. So I have no idea how that's gonna. I don't know if there's a certain term used for that, because it's I guess it's still a live stream, but it was recorded live privately, or in this case for Madden, Madden, it'll be unlinked, which means it's still gonna be on YouTube, but you'll just have to have a link if you want to watch it. I wait until it goes public uh, at a given time. So that's for Madden 26. We'll do that as a testing for Madden 25, just so as well as this 4th of July game, so you can see how it'll work. Um, so again, like I said, that's how it's gonna go. Is you'll get a game in market for you'll get for games out. This is not including the, of course, all the Thursday nights, every Thursday night game, every Monday night, every Sunday night game, any Saturday games, and of course the normal Thanksgiving stuff, games and such will. So if it's a Thursday night, or in week one's case, a Friday, and for the first time ever, a game in real life is going to air on the same type of platform that our version of that same game. That is the Chiefs Chargers game, week 1, day 2. So the season kicks off Thursday, with the Cowboys and the Eagles. That'll be the first game. That's on Thursday, September. I don't know what that first Thursday. I think it's that first or second Thursday in September. I can't remember. It's around uh, whenever the first of the season. Let me double check on that before I say the wrong information. I don't want to give out the wrong information. I'll give you an example for again, it's not to say that this is going to be the way it is for week 1. So I'm just using week 1 as an example because it has the most selection of the season. So here's how it's gonna work. So let's go with week 1. What team the games we know for a fact. I will announce what games are at that time, so you won't know until that day of who will air. So live and who will be taped in premiere. That's gonna be for this year, just because it's gonna be a test run. And then we'll do another test run of every game being recorded, taped, and live streamed without me, and just it all being live at one time. You just pick and choose which game is your team or team that you want to follow or game you want to see. So here's how it'll work. Games we know of for sure. So then I'll go into explain the rest of it. Thursday, September 4th. Will be the Cowboys and Eagles. And then Friday, September 5th, Chargers, chasing Chargers. Then let's take the Sunday night game that we know Bills and Ravens, and then the Monday night game Vikings and Bears. Those are the primetime games and nationally televised games in real life. So why make it so going back to talking about the first time ever we are going to have a game in my version, which is Madden 26, and the real life NFL football for week 1, where it will air on the same platform live as it is airing live and then viewing Viva taped on the same platform, YouTube. That's right. The first ever YouTube game in NFL will be Friday, September 5th, between the Chargers and the Chiefs and Chargers in real life. So when you look at it says YouTube, and I will put that up on. Wish I could put it on the screen, but I can't. I can't. Well, no, I really can. I wish I could. Going into week 1, we will show you those games and have them up on the screen. Have a queue ready to go for it. But until then, I'm just gonna give you the information audioly without any information on the screen. Then the games we would have in this test we would have a choice of Cardinals, Saints, Steelers, Jets, Dolphins, Colts, Raiders, Patriots as the noon CBS games. Those are the new DS games. The new box games would be Panthers, Jaguars, Bengals, Browns, Buccaneers, Falcons, Giants, Commanders. Now let's talk about the 3 games. It would be the 305 for Fox, which are Titans versus Broncos, Seahawks versus 49ers. Then you have the 325 CBS games, which are as of the following: Texans and Rams, Lions and Packers, are those 325 games. That's just week 1. So the object for just this year, ignore what I said in part 1. I said if I had any changes or updates, I would do a video. Well, here it is. Like I said, so it's this year. Do not ignore the format. Next year, the format will change. So 27 for 26-27 season. Here's how it's going to work this year. We're going to have the primetime nationally televised games be public live streams. Then the ones that I don't choose to be in a certain one of the ones I don't do live, public live, I will record them live, unlinked or private, and then let be 10 minutes after the game ends in real life. Now that's for this year. Next year, it's all simple. Every game is going to be live stream. Just some games will go live without me having to play the game. What I mean by go live without me, I mean I hit live stream on OBS. It takes the screen, the Windows screen share, and records that game and live streams it to my YouTube channel without me actually playing the game right then and there. It'd be a live stream and then the game is live, but the game has already been recorded prior to it. I was thinking about doing that for this year as well as next year, but I'm going to try this one first, see how it works. If I need to adjust it mid-year, middle of the season, I will. But week 1, 2, and 3, we'll try this. If this doesn't go well or it's too hard or whatever the case may be, then we will go to the way I have set for next year earlier rather than not. So it's actually I was going to do the first 3 weeks. I decided just to do the first week. Preseason is different. We'll explain preseason in a minute. But week 1, it's going to be like I said. You pick a noon, 3:20, 2 noon games, 2 3 o'clock games, live stream them at that time. So one will be recorded, one will be, in that instance, yes, you will have them both live at the same time, not playing at the same time. Meaning in that instance, yes, you would have, uh, yes, you would have, uh, some games are recorded and just live stream without me actually being playing that game at that moment in time. That's where this aspect comes in this year as well. The only aspect of it is those games I don't choose to have be live without me. I may later decide not to do that after a week, or may not decide to do that as we get closer to week 1. Just know that it could go either way. It could go the way I said in part 1 or part 2. It could go either format, whether you have the 3 games, or sorry, you have the 4 games, 2 early times and 2 late times, meaning 1 early CBS, 1 Fox. Now, how are we divvying up the announcer for this? For this year, we're gonna do it. All games are recorded live in ahead of time, and they're gonna live stream. Either I'm playing it and it's live streaming, and it's being played as it is live streamed, or it's live streamed and then the game's already completed by me, and I'm just there to make sure that the live stream is still going. Now, we can only do that to a certain point. That's why we're only doing 2 games for noon and 2 for the 325. What happens if the game I want to play is a 325 instead of a noon game, and I choose the noon as the 2 that go live without me, or whatever? In that instance, since I'm controlling every single game, whether I'm controlling one team or the other, I'll choose it at the time, unless it's Dallas or Kansas City. I always control those teams with Tampa Bay as well. But as I was saying, so in that instance, say Dallas was a 325 or the Chargers were a 325, or in those instances, if I was playing as one of the 325 games, and I wanted the 2 noon games, one CBS and one Fox noon game, to go live without, I could do that. That test is going to happen next week sometime. It'll happen with college football. We're going to test this with college football first, just so you can see the aspect of this. This is for this year, next year, for both these format, because college football, there's no regional action. There's no market, in market, out market. It's all either on the regular network or it's on a streaming platform like ESPN Plus or a conference website. I'll explain what I mean for college football. If I can find this, if I can get to the come up on my device. There you go. I'll use week 0 is the exception because unless they put the the Idaho State game on some type of streaming, you're not gonna have any streaming ones because they're gonna have them on a major one. Iowa State, Kansas State on ESPN, Crescent State, Kansas on Fox, CMU, Western Kentucky on CBS Sports Network, and then Stanford and Hawaii on regular CBS. I'll give you a example. Those ones that would be a sub network or are underneath a big network, but not on the big network itself, or one of the big networks. And I'm not talking about just NBC, Fox, and CBS, and ABC. I'm talking about ESPN and ESPN2 and FS1, and then of course all the networks that are actual cable or YouTube channel, YouTube live TV channel. YouTube TV live channel. Then that's but like ESPN Plus, Bid2 Network, SEC Network, ACC Network Extra would be those. Another example. I'm gonna go to the FCS and give you an example from the FCS because this was the way it was last year. I'll give you an example for let me see if there's an example for it. Viva Viva FCS, because majority of FCS games are on most of the majority of FCS games are on ESPN Plus, but there are occasionally ones where they're on a conference network. I found some that were on like a whatever, I forget what conference some of these teams are in, but usually that's like mid. But like I said, I'm not talking about the CW. I'm talking about going to have a example per se. Hopefully, I'll find an example here per se. But let me go find conferences. It was like not the Big Sky conference for the FCS, but the CAA conference. There's Patriot or whatever, NEC, there is a website that they have their games on. I think it's NEC.watching or something like that. I can't remember what it was. There were games on there last year. I'm sure they will be on there this year. Don't think that it has changed year to year. I kind of doubt it. I think it was the CAA conference. I'm pretty sure it's the CAA conference that there were some games. Let me look at the teams to see if I think that's nope. It was it the Big South Conference? It might have been the Big South. No, it was not the Big South Conference. It was I think it was NEC. Yep, it was the NEC conference. Has their own website and games live on there. So that would be the one of the things that would be like ESPN, but it's not a paid site you have to go to. You don't have to pay for. At least you didn't last year. You didn't have to do that, but that's for college. NFL is of course different. It's based regional based or market based games. So that's what's going to happen there as far as Madden is concerned. So Madden how it's going to work is you're going to have a noon for both Fox and CBS. It's not those announcers and that scoreboard and stuff, but a game that is going to be on that in real life. I mean, certain games are on Fox and certain games are on CBS in real life. Depending upon the announcer, will depend upon the network. So all these are Fox announcers in except for one NBC announcer, but he's paired with a Fox announcer. All the rest of them are Fox announcers except for Brock Heward. No, Brock Heward's Fox. He's usually Cox, but or college. I mean, he's usually college. Fox 1 or whatever. But so you'll have three announcers for I think for Madden. I know the announcers for NCAA Football 26 are Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler, Reese Davis, uh, Reese Davis, I don't say Brandon on, but Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jason Palmer are the second crew for college football 26. For Madden 26, I think the announcer is only Madden. Let me look at Madden 26 announcers and see if that we have the announcers for. We do know the halftime will be Scott Hansen. So here is okay. Here's how it will go for Madden. Scott Hansen is the new guy for the halftime, and okay, so the from the there'll be so addition to Hansen and other contingents from the previous years are Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Kay Scott, and Brock Heward, as well. So here's how it's gonna go. You're gonna have here's how it's gonna go. In the game you're gonna have Mike Tirico and Greg Olson return for Madden 26, also return for Madden 26. Kay Scott and Brock Heward. People are saying, what happened to Grant Brangle and Charles Davis? They will not be returning unless they're assigned to a Monday or Thursday night crew. Why I say that, new custom broadcast packages. Games will feature new broadcast packages for Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night games, potentially featuring the commentators associated with those broadcasts. What does that mean? Sunday night, that P. Mike Tirico. Again, Mike Tirico would be already in the game, so he would get paired with Chris Collinsworth. So Chris Collinsworth would be added just for that broadcast. Monday would be Monday night game Monday night would be Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Thursday night would be Kirk Herbstreit and Kirk Herbstreit and what the guy that was in the night Al Michaels. Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit. So Kirk Herbstreit would be doing two different EA Sports games. He would be doing the college football and the men football if they went that road. So that I'm thinking that is the case. The halftime. Let's talk about halftime. So halftime will include a halftime show with featuring previously seen games like featured previously seen in games. So you're gonna have halftime more like 2K5 had or whatever. And so that's that. And the game focusing on enhanced presentation, including halftime shows and weekly wrap up recaps with Scott Hansen. Scott Hansen is from NFL Red Zone from the NFL Network. So that's that. So Pure Wrestling we have no clue if it's been confirmed. It just says potentially featuring commentary associated with those broadcasts, but we do know you're going to have a specific scoreboard for Monday night. It'll say Monday night. It won't say Monday night football. It might. I don't know. I think I saw a thing leaked on the internet that showed MNP Monday Night Prime. TNP or SMP. But I don't know if that's going to be the way it'll show on the scoreboard. But that's my understanding is it won't be the NBC scoreboard. It won't be. It might be the NBC scoreboard, ESPN scoreboard, and Prime Video scoreboard, or it might be just be one scoreboard just changing the center thing. I think it's gonna. I don't know what it will look like. But then hopefully it'll entail those answers associated with those broadcasts. Like I said, I'm just basing off of what last NFL season because I haven't heard whether or not the NFL crews for Thursday night football, Monday night football, and Sunday night football have changed. I think Sunday night football is still Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth. Monday night football is still Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, and Thursday night football is still Kirk Herbstreit and Al Michaels. Those are the Thursday games. Now, Pearson will about Friday. That I don't know for a Friday game like week 1 we have. That I have no idea. It's YouTube. I don't know how that would work even in franchise mode if you chose the Chiefs or Chargers or selected to control every team. I don't know what would that would look like. I'll have to go into it and find out whether that or not will be, the basic crew of Mike Draco, Greg Olson, Case Dot, and Brock Heward, or will it be, its own custom package? We do know custom package will feature the broadcast packages for Sunday, Monday, and Thursday games, potentially featuring those content associated with the games. The the package will happen. The announcers have not been confirmed yet, but potentially featuring those broadcasters that are associated with Sunday night, midnight, and Thursday night. I told you those crew because I know from last year on, haven't heard that they in real life have changed the crew for Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night. I don't know for sure. We'll know week one. So I think we'll know actually for Sunday night crew. We'll know on. So I'm looking forward to seeing if we can finally get uh, Troy Aikman and Chubb Buck in there, and also uh, what was his name? Al Michaels back in there. Al Michaels had one at one point been in there in an older man with and then of course Chris Collinsworth had been in there. They had been there in there together. Of course, Mike Tirico, he is with Craig Olsen, but they also could take him and put him with Chris Collinsworth for that Sunday night package because that's the Sunday night crew. So and then of course Monday night, trying to get Troy Aikman and Chubb Buck, and then like I said, to bring Kirk Herbstreit in from College Football and have him in College Football and announce, so you would hear it twice, multiple times. I'm not saying to make everybody, but you could in theory if you wanted to in um Play Now. I'm sure you could change it in Play Now like it did last year with the Discuss Passages, make the Thursday night game with Kirk Herbstreit and Al Michaels, and then the Monday night game with Troy and Aikman and Joe Buck, and then Sunday night with Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth. So that I'm hoping that's the case, but we do know Mike Tirico will be in the game regardless of whether he's doing the Sunday night prime time or not. I mean, with only 2 crews, for Madden and 2 crews for college, I would think that you would have I think you would have a 3rd, 4th, and 5th crew. You had 3 last year. You had Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Kate Scott, and Brock Heward. And then you had your 3rd one, which was Brendan and Charles Davis, like you always had. Now, I'm not saying Brendan and Charles Davis are finished doing that. They're not going to do Madden anymore, but it's not been confirmed. The only ones that have been confirmed going back are Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Kate Scott, and Brock Heward. The 3rd thing would be the Sunday night package, Monday night package, and Thursday night package, with potentially those crews associated with those broadcasts, but has not been confirmed nor denied that's even going to happen. So that's what we're looking in. We do know for sure that Michael Tirico, Greg Olson, Kay Scott, and Brett Heward are returning. Those new additions, think about it. Brandon Garland and Charles Davis have been announcers for a while. I just don't see it happening. The Al Rhodes probably is going to be the felt like address answer as always. He's generally the man when he's got a good PA announcing voice, and he's done the Super Bowl and stuff. And so NFL likes using him, and since I know it's an EA game, but it is an NFL licensed game with NFL players, NFL logos, NFL coaches. I mean, there's some coaches that won't be in there, just like there will be some coaches in college level that won't be in there since the college level is adding coaches now. But there will be some coaches now in there. Hopefully, they'll change for. Hopefully, we'll finally get some coaches for Madden that weren't in there, and then and then of course, then after this year, then they'll add more for college. I don't think they're. Well, they might add some mid or as it gets closer to the actual season. As an update because the game comes out for college until next week on Thursday. So we have a week from tomorrow. That'll be when the game comes out. So I know I've been rambling on, yeah, but like I said, I'm just trying to give you the information I know that I've read on the internet of what is. College will know next week what's in and what's not. Let's just be honest. That's going to be live on a stream on the channel next week with some team builder team stuff and also who's in the game, and all that, and what coaches are in the game and what coaches are and what traditions are in and they're not, and all that regular stuff as well. But like I said, we won't know the Madden stuff until Madden 26 comes out. And Madden 26, if you're asking who's on the cover of Madden 26, first and foremost, Saquon Barkley will be on the cover for Madden 26. Madden 26 will release on August 14th. People are asking what date that is. August 14th is a Thursday, so no surprise there. It releases on a Thursday, just like College Football does this month. It'll release on a Thursday, and here's the kicker: it's the second Thursday of August, so second Thursday of July is July 10th. The second Thursday of August is the 7th. So that is going to be interesting that both Madden and College Football are releasing on the second Thursday of their respective month. College Football being in July this month, and then next month being Madden Football. Maximum Football was a Tuesday, and it was June 16th. Sorry, 17th, and that was the third Tuesday. So I don't know why it's a Tuesday and why the third. I think it was third Tuesday. I can't remember when it came out, but hold on, I'll look. Because I don't know. Like I said, June 17th. Sorry, yeah. June 17th, which was a third Tuesday of the month. I don't know how that came about because Maximum Football is under a smaller company. They are put out by I don't know who was Maximum. I don't know who puts out Maximum Football. What I don't know what team puts out Maximum Football. Let me look. Oh, Intuvis Games and Modus Games. So it is the Unreal Engine 5, and the series is Maximum Football. Parasite, is that including the other ones that have come out? Yes, they are included. The other games include Maximum Football 20, featuring Doug Flutie on the cover of that one, and then I think 18 or 9. I can't remember. If I can find, yeah, let's see here. Yeah, Doug Flea's Maximum Football 20, and then that was published by Canuck Play, and then Maximum Football 19, and then of course Maximum Football, nothing in on outside of that. So you have 19 and 20. I don't know what was there Maximum Football 18. That I can't remember if it was or not. Let me look. See here if I can find out whether or not there was. Let's see here. Let me look and see. Oops. Let me look and see if there how many Maximum Football games there was. Let's see here. Let me look and see if there. Yeah, let me look and see the list of Maximum Football games. Yeah, it doesn't say here, but I'm pretty sure if you type in, let me look and see if there is a. I don't know if there is or not. Let me look at Maximum Football 18. Let's see here. Let's find out and see if there is a Maximum Football 2018. Yes, there is Maximum Football 2018, 19, and 20, and then of course this year 23, 24, 25, depending on whether they want to call it or just Maximum Football. I don't know if there's a year or not because it was supposed to come out 1 year and then it didn't. So, it has changed over time, gotten better. So again, 18, 19, 18, 19, and 20. I like I said, I'm hoping they continue this installment of it and get better and better as it goes. That's and of course the menus have changed. Of course the scoreboard has changed over the years. Maximum Football, I think there's even an older one on the PC. Yeah, there's been some older ones on the PC as well. So I don't know if there's been more than just these 4 console ones, 18, 19, 20, and yeah, these 4 console ones. So there's been some PC games. I know Maximum Football's been on the PC with these ones as well, but there have been some older ones. I'm looking here, and it looks like there's one from 2006. It's a PC game. But like I said, I don't know on that. So we're gonna find out. I'll try to find out some way somehow. I'm not gonna play these games. I just want to know if they're out there or not. So let me know in the comment section below whether or not how many Maximum Football games are console, PC. What was the first one? And of course, we know the latest one on the system and stuff like that. So until next time, keep on news, everybody. We'll see you next time.